Yes, I went to see Cascade, and I can't remember, I got a really bad memory. Radical Bloomsbury, and we visited artist studios in Brighton, in Hove. We also went to the university exhibition showing the students' work that they'd done for MA. We went to Worthing Museum, where we saw Dora Gordini, is it? The sculptress, which was really nice. And then later in this year, I've seen the poetry group, which I really didn't understand very well, but it was very interesting. Swimming with my mother, that was lovely, in the theatre. And what I was really interested in was the Japanese flower arranging, because many years ago I learnt English flower arranging, and I would love to have been able to do Japanese as well. It was called Keido, and that's, I think, and the last one that I came to see was Cluster, which was really impressive. This was in this building here. Mm.
So I've actually attended Cascade, Sculpture in Worthing, I don't know what that was called, Bloomsbury Artists, dance event in the festival, basket weaving sculptures, 3D technology at the Art College, Italian film with no dialogue, and another event with short films in, which showed Street Party up in London somewhere, and film and poetry called Gathering. And that was it, I think.
It's what I like most of all is meeting people who have similar interests to me, seeing things that I wouldn't be able to see, wouldn't be able to afford to do on my own, and really being able to talk about things and to, get things in my mind as to how I really, what I think about things, because it's often helpful to be able to talk about it. I also enjoy the group discussions afterwards, after we've been to an event. We have a break and a cup of tea or coffee and a chat, and we all air our views. Some of us have different views, and that's all very nice as well, because again, it's very constructive to be able to do that. Well, I think yes, you listen to different, you could listen to different views. I don't necessarily agree with everybody, but it's interesting to see how other people see things, because we all see things in a very different way. We even see colours differently, I know that.
I've enjoyed being able to spend time. That is the main thing. It really showed me that when you spend time with an exhibit or any sort of art expression, it's really made me realise that you do need to give it time. And the longer you're with something, that you start to connect with it much more, and I don't know what happens, that over the period of like 2 hours which we spend in the environment of we might not be looking at it for 2 hours, but in that environment you sort of somehow, I don't know, you start to feel it in a different way, and you connect with it, and you start, I don't know, lots of things come to you that wouldn't come if you'd sort of come into a room with an exhibit and spent 5 minutes or 10 minutes there walking round, glancing, and out you go, where you leave really not changed at all, whereas each time I left here I felt, I don't know, different than before I came in. So it's sort of, I think that's been the biggest thing, is showing me that you need to give things time to actually work on you and to see perhaps what the artist was trying to express, or just to give yourself a chance to see what you think about it. And that's what's nice about meeting together with people and talking about it. And that's the other thing, just being able to just share what you feel about something and what they, listen to what they feel, and you sort of think, oh yes, I haven't looked at it that way, and it all just helps you to see things in a wider context. That I've seen loads of art in the past, but I've never experienced it in this way because I've never been part of a group looking at art, and I've never spent so much time with a piece of art.
I think having everything by email, because you sent me this by snail mail and I lost it. But that doesn't apply to everyone because I'm a bit of a muddler.
More regular, maybe 2 times a month would be improved. Because a month seems to be quite a long time, really. And also maybe more stuff out of Brighton and in Hove or elsewhere, because we talked about going to the Delaware and places like that. I don't know, because of the transport situation, whether the budget stretches that far. So that would be an improvement. After I was ill, and I had a couple of years where I got quite isolated because I couldn't go out, when I started getting better, I started going to Patching Lodge and doing the art and doing yoga and doing knitting, and it was really valuable to me because it meant that it was a place to meet people and do stuff, because I felt a bit lost. When I sort of started to feel better, I thought, well, now what do I do? I sort of had to come out of that sort of cocoon of being not well for quite a long time, and then this is sort of added to that. It's sort of broadened it out a bit more, and well, a lot more really. And the fact that the project itself takes us to different venues, I really like that. I really enjoyed going to Worthing. I've never been to Worthing. I've been in Worthing loads of times because I've got friends who live there. I've never been to the museum and seen anything, so that was really good.
It means coming out, enjoying myself with a group of people who are like-minded in a safe environment. Everywhere I've been with these events, I found that everything is accessible for disabled people. I, at the moment, have a condition called Parkinson's, which makes it difficult for me to get about. But in most cases, wherever you go, you find that there's wheelchair accessibility, so everything that you've organised has been accessible for wheelchair users.
It has, for me, made the gallery, spending so much time here, I feel really easy about coming in here at other times, which is really nice to have a gallery that feels like part of my community, as it were, rather than just somewhere you go to and visit now and again. It's sort of having the familiarity of it. It's been really nice to sort of, just feels like another venue to go to, and I have done coming here quite a few times on different occasions where I might not have done. When I've just been walking in the area and passing the door, and if it's open then there's something going on, I'm more likely to come in now, whereas before I probably didn't. So that's been really nice. And it's such a lovely place. I've enjoyed all the things that we've seen in here. I think it's a great gallery, actually, a great space to exhibit stuff.
I think it may encourage other people who aren't aware of what we're doing to become part of what we're doing. If we go out somewhere, someone may well think, well, if they're doing that, why can't we do it? To be proactive about culture themselves, to maybe look into doing things.
this is a positive event that affects in positive ways. And I think that's anything that can do that is a really good addition to the world, not just our community, but you know, everything has to start somewhere, and it all adds to the other good stuff that's going on everywhere else. You know, it's who knows where it ends.
Oh, you're doing a great job. Thank you very much. Lovely, nice people, nice place. I really enjoy coming here.